I don't know if Army just needs someone to take her under their wing and teach her how to actually sleuth, how to use logic and analytical or critical thinking, and how to act respectfully when she's coming up with a hypothesis, rather than running with wild speculation. Or if she's intentionally coming up with the shit that she puts out on her channel just for clicks and views. Either way, I can say with confidence that I won't be the one trying to offer her guidance. I've tried just to ignore her and leave her to do her own thing. But at the same time, there's a point where someone goes too far and it becomes necessary for people who do care about what's morally and ethically right to speak up. I don't watch Army's videos. If someone points out something that she's said or done that needs to be addressed, then I'll go have a look. But even then, after the first few minutes, I'm done. And I find it almost impossible to keep watching. If you're in this for Kiely and haven't watched her latest video, then don't. I'll save you the trauma and discuss it here. First up, a few clips from this video.
Let me get this out of the way. Okay, I've been on the phone for a couple hours with an expert who, let me put it this way. The person used to have a job with Disney and Pixar. They are, I certainly would consider them an expert in videography, animation, Photoshop, things like that. So I wanted to get their opinion.
Where do you start with this? First of all, note how she didn't speak about this person in any kind of personal way. It wasn't a he or a she. And I know we've got all the personal pronoun stuff these days, but that's not what she was getting at. Also, I'd like to hear from someone from Pixar or Disney and have them tell me that they use Photoshop. What was the search term that you used, Misty, when you were trying to figure out who you could say that your expert came from? Because this time round, you kind of screwed up. Okay. Have a look into what is involved when it comes to professional animation like what Disney and Pixar do. You'll realise that it is a very specialised field and it's not about using Photoshop to edit images.
Oh my God.
Okay, listen, I'll tell you how to do it though. All right, so, goodness. All right, look, I printed like 8 or 9 pages, right? But every time I try to print it, it literally does this every single time, or it'll just stop. Like, it's crazy. Every time I try to print it, okay? So,
I don't know if this is the universe or Kiely or your Jesus trying to tell you something, but I think you should actually pay attention. The message here is loud and clear. Just stop.
the rest we were shown didn't leave much room for her to move around in. It looked very snug on her, did it not? Okay? Hey, Justice isn't coming soon. Well, there's a point where she pushes Jagger away and he's pulling her toward him. Okay? And I saw this. And I said, what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't worry, I zoomed in for y'all. Brighten it up a little bit so you can see. I was like, man, that looks like a baby bump, for real.
Oh my gosh. Seriously. Okay, if you have a look at where that little hand is pointing, you can see there's an inside panel to the dress. That is because the split goes right up the side of the dress. What you're seeing here is Kiely leaning forward at an angle. The long part of the dress is hanging down a bit, and she's got her ass sticking out behind her. What you're seeing is basically the position she's standing in, it's not a pregnant belly. Get real. I'll apologise first. You'll have to make do with screenshots as opposed to me going and printing out every one of these photos and holding it up for you to see. I hope that's acceptable. But have a look at the different screenshots I've taken throughout the video. You can see no baby bump, okay? You're looking at a 16-year-old girl who's wearing a tight-ish dress, but, which I said, has been made so that it looks like it is form-fitting, but obviously it's got to be loose around the legs where that slit is. Use your brains, army, okay? You can see quite often that it's layered, okay? So the longer bit is more free-flowing. It's a shame, Misty, that you've used one screenshot out of a video that is slightly over 2 minutes long to try and make a point. Did you even look at the rest of it? Or did you just jump on that one screenshot when everything's at an odd angle and decide to use that as proof? Because looking at these screenshots that I have in front of me right now, there's nothing here that would suggest to me that Kiely was pregnant. It's about the way she's standing. Personally, it makes me really sick that someone is going to come out and make these kind of speculations about a 16-year-old girl. I truly hope that you're the next person that her family decides to sue. I'm sorry, I've tried to be supportive of you, Army. I've tried to ignore your shit. But there's a point when it just goes way too far, and this has gone way too far. Let's look at the video. People, you can decide for yourselves. If you want to, you can do a Misty thing and slow it down to 0.25 speed so that you can get your own screenshots. Or you can watch the video and take it for what it is. A teenage boy sharing a precious memory from his former girlfriend who died.
Give a fuck about me, 'cause if you stop to look around, it's a transfer from me. I can't get back to memories, but the memories tell the stories of the 2 times that you were right. I'm trying to describe, but I cannot make the sound.
Keep it together, look in the mirror, tell myself you're doing better. Yeah, ooh, oh, oh, yeah, oh no. Stars in the sky make me think about you. The love in my eyes get you tell it's all for you. Loyalty in my blood, I will never fool on you. You trust in me and I'll put my love in you. Okay, baby, it's just us in this world. Nobody can change that. Hey, we gon' fuck up in this world, and we can't change that. Stay up all night, you